Hi, my name is Preda. I'm gonna start this new channel and this is gonna be my first video. I wanna do a channel about motorbikes. That's gonna be like kind of the globe of the channel. I'm from Portugal, Madeira. I'm 23 years old. I'm not doing this channel in Portuguese, my natural language. I'm not living in there. So the place where I'm living now, I need to speak in English. The people that I'm gonna try to bring to this channel, they don't speak Portuguese, they just speak in English. So that will be easier for us to everyone understand each other. And the truth is, the English is the main language. So most of the people are gonna understand. I always had a passion for bikes. I had my first bike when I was 4 or 5 years old, something like that. I had a quad bike, 110cc. After that, I had my driving license when I had 17 years old, and I had as a first bike a Duke 125 KTM. That was a lovely bike to start with. I enjoyed every ride that I had in that bike. I had that bike I think for a year or something like that. After that, I've upgraded for a 600 bike, and that one was the Yamaha XJ6 2009. That was a lovely bike as well. Learned me to teach a super sport kind of bike, so was like that step from the 125 to the 600, a little bit more powerful. So it helped me to learn how to ride a big bike, basically saying. After that, I sold that one and I've got the MT-09. That one I didn't have for much time, not because I didn't like it, because that's a lovely bike, don't take me wrong, it's just like a nice bike to ride, you can just have so much fun in it. I had this opportunity to get the R6, and the R6 was a bike that was in my head for a long time. A 2017 R6 was that bike. It was black, it was a bike that captured attention, and it was a good deal. So I've just bought that bike. I've stayed with the bike for a year. I had a few trips. I went to France. I think I'm ready to get a 1000 bike. So I've just kind of I didn't sold the R6. I didn't took that bike from the family. I've sold the bike to my dad. I've sent back home. It's why when I go back there for holidays, I can just still ride it. I'm just gonna try to record some videos in there with the bike and all that. But now I think I'm ready to get a new one, and I've put in my head that I wanted to have a brand new one, 2023 bike. I have these three bikes in my head for a while. I don't know exactly which one I'm gonna get, because in my head they both at the same level, because I had 3 points in my head. Was price at first, second was the engine, and third was the looking. And if you put these 3 points together, in my head they were like kind of at the same, so I'm still figuring out which one I'm gonna get, but I'm just gonna show you which one, and hopefully you guys can just leave in the comments and say your opinion and tell me which one I should get, because that would help me a lot as well. So as the first bike on my list was the Ducati V4 2023. This bike has been probably the best bike in the market at the moment. Not a cheap bike, it's expensive. If you compare what the bike gives you, all the nice Brembo brakes, all the all-in suspension, all that type of stuff, the technology of the bike. These bikes, you just need to put race fairings on it and just go to track. You don't need to add anything else. If you want to start as a beginner, that enough, well, more than enough, not enough, more than enough. Start as a beginner in a track, and it's why I've been looking so much for this bike. As you guys know, these bikes have been the best results in MotoGP and World Superbikes. That's for a reason. The only thing that putting my feet back is I'm that type of person that I need to have an exhaust in the bike, and I've been searching a lot for exhaust for this bike, and the one that I liked the most, it was the Caprovic one. It was the one that came in the back, and that one, the one that I was going to buy. That's why it's still in my head. Yeah, should I get it? Should not. So as a second bike in my list, it's the R1 2023. The reason that I've had this bike in my head was because of the R6. The R6 was that bike that stayed in my head for a while, and it's still I like the shape of the bike, I like all the aerodynamics in the bike, and the R1 it's kind of the similar. In my head would be nice to have the R1 and the R6 both of them in black, side by side in the garage. The power in this bike is not too far of the Ducati one. The exhaust of this bike will be cheaper because I've been looking around for a couple of week exhaust for this bike, the full system. I would say half of the price of the Ducati one. But yeah, that's another bike in my head. I love the design, I love what the specs about the bike. Now as a third bike, it's gonna be BMW S1000RR. I need to be honest with you, this bike has been my dream bike for a while. I always wanted to ride one of these, but I never had the opportunity to. If I get this bike, that would be my first contact with the BMW. This bike in particular, the model of 2023, captured my attention because of the aerodynamic one, wings. I always wanted to see wings in the BMW, and now they've done final touch in the bike, in my opinion. The specs of the bike, it's amazing. Things that they have created in the bike, the plate carrier, it's something that used to be those massive things, and now it's the smallest one, so you don't need to spend money changing for a smaller one. The upgrades that they've done, like technology, like this bike, it's the first bike having the sliding mode control. That's something that you never saw in any other bike. And of course I'm not going to use that on the roads, but if I go on a track day I'm going to use it. And that's something that's in the bike, you don't need to buy extra. Something new for the motorbikes. Other things is like the price for the exhaust as well, it's a little bit cheaper in this one. The power of this bike, it's not that far of the Ducati one as well. Yeah, it doesn't have the Brembos and doesn't have the all-in suspension, but again, you can upgrade that in the future, but at least you have all the rest in the bike. And they say, I've been looking around and they said the brakes of this bike, it's good as Brembo ones, so I don't know if that's true or not. Yeah, that's third bike in my list, and I don't know yet if that's the one, but we'll see in the next video hopefully. These bikes, the three bikes, they have similar stuff, the price a little bit different. Ducati, BM and R1, they like kind of these steps of price. I'm just talking about base models, not like the V4S, not like the BMW S1000M or like the R1M. I'm not talking about that because I'm still 23 years old, I'm working hard, but not that hard because I know it's the prices of those bikes, it's like something just a little bit extreme for now. I want to start with something small, step by step, and if I can go upgrade in the future, that will be nice, that will be perfect. Like I said, I want to bring to this channel something fun. I want to just say and try to do something informal, not formal. I just don't want to do like the other channels that they do, like say all the specs of the bike and do like bike tests and all that, because I'm not an expert in that. I'll be honest with you, I don't know much about it. I just know to ride and enjoy a nice ride in a bike. That's why I'm just gonna try to bring my mates to the channel, try to bring their bikes, ask them if I can ride their bikes and show you guys and give you my opinion. They have nice collections, and yeah, that's gonna be the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoy. Next video hopefully it's gonna be me bringing the new bike to the channel, and see you, ciao.